Welcome back. This is the second video of the day. Uh, we're just going to get into a couple of things about, why people don't eat meat. And what my understanding and where I came from and how I got to where I am and, where exactly I am right now as far as that goes. Okay, I guess I've been a self-employed entrepreneur kind of deal for a while, trying to struggle to keep my thing going, not having to work for someone else. Anyway, somewhere along the line, I came up with an idea on cooking, making meat. So I started making beef jerky. Everybody knows this. All you people that already know me already know, that I'm the jerky freak, and I make lots and lots of beef jerky. So, I started making some really good friends, some people that I got kind of close to, and the natural thing in life happens, and people die, or they get sick and get cancer or whatever, and you try to do your best to try to understand why. Now, I guess in the sense that I've been a self-starter, fucking motivated. If I feel something or feel a way about something, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do it. So that's the kind of person that I am. But I get some friends that they got sick along the way, and a couple of them died, and just being concerned about my own personal mortality and trying to understand what they're going through. I did a lot of research on their disease and their cancers, and and I saw a lot of things that were disturbing to me. It was disturbing enough to make me kind of want to change. And what I saw that was disturbing is that there was a way that you can kind of homeopathically heal yourself. Now, I'm not talking magic or craziness, nothing like that. I'm talking about all natural stuff, like food, the kind of food, your superfoods and all this. And these people have cancer and they have this and that, and and it really sucks to watch them go through losing weight to where they look like people you don't know anymore. They don't look like the people you were friends with. They look like somebody completely different. They look sick. And to watch them go through that, it just kind of makes you wonder. So, I mean, consider yourself a good friend, you do all the research you can to try to, maybe there's something you can figure out to influence them or whatever. But, so I go on this whole fucking thing and start learning about food and this and that, why people don't eat meat. That's the name of this video. And why people don't eat meat. One, because meat, alright, just on a natural thing. When your body's under a lot of stress, or the cow or the chicken, or these animals are under lots of, when you're under a lot of stress, period. Any living animal or human is under stress. Your body produces these your body produces this stuff, chemicals, and and it makes you tense up, and it makes you, it's fight or flight kind of thing going on, because it's all stress, and it stresses the muscles. And if you torture an animal and then try to eat it, well, I don't think people torture animals and try to eat it purposely, but the meat's not very good. So an animal that goes through a lot of stress, blah blah blah, then it's not going to be very good meat. It's not going to be good and tender. It almost kind of poisons the meat. Anyway, so the point is that through this, looking up all these things from people having cancer, and watching them go through their, shit in life, where they're really fucking ill and this and that, and then knowing that there was a way that these people could actually change making an effective difference on their situation. But they died. They died because they were so addicted to having their cigarettes, or alcohol, or meat, or fried food. I mean, granted, I think everybody has their kind of addictions or whatever, but that's within reason. But just kind of, I think that's what drove me even further into this, is watching people go through this crap and them not changing on their own. You know what I mean? Because it's not popular. This method of eating and dieting, and it's not popular. You know why it's not popular? Because it's the truth. So the point is, why people don't eat meat. It took me a long time. It's not just something you can go look up on the internet. Why people become vegetarians and why people become vegan. Okay, and and where does spirituality fit into that? All right, so basically it starts this way. People go through enough of their life, or they get sick because their body's not able to process the food that they're boxed food and all this nasty stuff that I've been talking about in my last video, and GMOs and pesticides. Your body's not normally supposed to be processing that kind of stuff. So you get your sugars. It shouldn't have to break it down or try to your body shouldn't try to have to understand that your sugar that is supposed to be natural has been processed and boiled and mixed with another chemical, and so on and so forth, and then you have corn fillers for instead of just eating rice and beans. That's simple enough. But you have to have all these corn fillers and preservatives and all this stuff, and the fillers and everything are GMO. This is why all these people are developing celiac disease or stuff like it. Gluten. They're allergic to gluten and all this kind of stuff. So the basic outline of this is, so people either become vegan or vegetarian due to that and stop eating meat, or this is just what I found, or they want to become more healthy, and they start investigating our food industry. If you knew how hot dogs were made, you would never eat a hot dog again. If you knew what they did in the slaughterhouses to pigs and how they treated them on a day-to-day basis, you would not eat pork or cow. If they just because it says organically grown or organically fed beef doesn't mean that the animals, it does not excuse. So that, all right, so the big thing is to buying organic chicken or stuff like that, the meat, and it's way more expensive than just your ugly beat up chicken. Okay, but just because it says that they're organic just means that the chickens, they can be fed organic things, and they're not like free roaming chickens. They still get put in those little cages and have to live in those cages until they make eggs. You have to understand that it's like a prison cell, and then these people that are I kind of grew up in the Midwest, so I kind of slaughtering animals and hunting and all that kind of stuff does not bother me at all. But in the sense that a lot of people are into the whole caring and loving everything, and everything's your pet. And coming from that perspective, and you know, even decency of people, decency of mankind shouldn't allow that animals are treated that way to make a profit, because it's evil. You know, and that is where spirituality comes in, because these people, the fact is these animals are mistreated. Okay, and it is wrong. Okay, but these people along their way of trying to be more spiritual have, you know, taken an oath, or, you know, trying to be, you know, their oath of solidarity is to not participate in Babylon, which is Western society, or, you know, these big mega corporations that, you know, want to bring everybody chickens, foster farms, and all that kind of crap, because of how the animals are treated. And not wanting to eat meat comes from our not. It's actually more healthy for us to not eat meat. So, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, look, I'm not saying I'm vegan or I'm vegetarian. But what I am saying is that right now, I think I'm about 75 to 80% vegetarian. Now, I still eat eggs, chicken, you know, light foods, and fish. But I don't eat any, like, pork or any of that. It's over. And it's really not because I have a problem with, you know, like I said, I think that the way that the animals are treated is wrong. And, you know, I don't think that animals or living beings should be manufactured to die. You know, their whole life and existence is to die. So I don't, that I just don't believe in. You know, you can, like, raise animals and use their milk and that kind of thing. It's like the balance of life, and, you know, you don't ever take too many. But you're not trying to raise animals. You're raising animals purely to be slaughtered. So there's not a bit of kindness that goes into, you know, there's, you know, it's just kind of rotten. Anyway, so my point is, why people don't eat meat. That's why, because people that are vegans, you know, some people have, like, weird things, you know, if it's not allergic reaction or something like that, it's because they don't like bones, or, you know, they get freaked out. This is not this is not my modus operandi right here. Mine is because the benefits of changing or cleansing your blood and putting nutrients into your body, and getting all these nutrients into your body, and then understanding that, and then watching these people that I've watched die, or, you know, get cancer, and you know, kind of just be resolved to go to the fucking doctor, and the doctor, you know, they got cancer, they went to the doctor fucking killed them. You know, put you in this fucking machine, give you chemo fucking therapy, and then you're fucking dead in 2 weeks. Bullshit. I mean, I don't have cancer, but, you know, there are homeopathical things that are on this earth for a reason. And I think it's important that people start paying attention to those, instead of paying into or being a slave to what I call Babylon, you know, and all the bullshit that they perpetuate. Because you're a junkie. You're just a junkie in their system. You're going to be a junkie just waiting, you know, so you can get your next fix. Because that's their whole thing. Big Pharma wants to have you addicted. I'm sorry. Look, I have me some bananas, a fucking green smoothie, and call it a day. But that's the whole reason people don't eat meat, or I don't eat meat, or, yeah, I'm where I'm at. I haven't decided. You know, it's kind of a hard thing to figure out if I'm gonna go completely vegan or what. I like food. I mean, so here's the thing. Uh, in all real, I mean, if you're going to be a vegan or a vegetarian, you can be a vegan or a vegetarian. And then every once in a great while, if it doesn't make you sick, or if you just really can't handle it after a while not eating that stuff. But I'm not saying that every once in a while you won't touch a burger. And I think that the people that act like they're 100% devout, you know what? That's not what I'm trying to get on here and do. I'm saying make a change. Because you know what? We sit here and poison ourselves. Everything. My next video is I'm going to pull stuff out of my cabinet and we're going to go over the shit that's in the box. On, box food, maybe some mac and cheese. See what kind of fucking crazy shit we can find out that's on there, because it's disgusting. That's why I call it my Holocaust food. Because if a Holocaust happens, then I figure I'm pretty much close to dying, or, you know what I mean? I will die or survive or whatever, but, I'll at least have some food. So, that's all I got to say. That's why people don't eat meat, or, some people are vegans or whatever. That's at least my understanding of it. But my whole kick is to be healthy. And I've done a lot of drinking and, partying, and, it's time to be a little more healthy and smart instead of, I don't know. It's no fun watching people die. They're going to die anyway, but, I don't have to watch it. Or I don't have to do the same shit you did. I don't know, maybe it's genetic or whatever, but I think I kind of think that a lot of people had more choice in doing something about it than they did. That's all I gotta say. Over and out.